Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I am going to be showing you guys how I make better melodies. By better melodies though, I don't mean like, oh, it's a good melody, because a lot of people can make good melodies. I'm saying more like unique melodies or something you can be proud of. I'm gonna be showing you guys my sauce into making these melodies so you can stand out a little bit more in this producer game. Alright, so we're in flstudio, and the first thing I always do is I find a tempo that we could work at. So just put the metronome on and just play it. 150, that's a good range. But also we could go slower. So we'll probably do like, let's hear this. Alright, I'm gonna do a 129. So I'm gonna go into Analog Lab. And let me find a pad really quick. Alright, so this is the pad I found, and we're just gonna try it out. So I'm gonna use my MIDI keyboard and just play something basic really quick. And now let me just add this up real quick. Alright, so I just laid down this little basic thing, and we're gonna try to like flip it and do stuff to it, but let's just hear it really quick. Alright, we're gonna keep these in. Let's try changing the key. So we're in C minor right now because I usually play in C minor, but let's go to D sharp. Alright, and I'm thinking we change this preset one more time. It was pretty hard at the time, but let's change it. And I'm thinking we put these up an octave. This is our first sound, and we're gonna put some effects on it. So let's try. The lows are very muddy, so we're gonna put a high pass on it and cut them out. Next, we're gonna use this plugin called Air Spray, and let's just see if we could do some cool shit to this. We're gonna render this out, so just click Alt R after clicking this record button. Alright, so this is what we have. So we're gonna try and mess with this time knob. We're gonna reroute this to track 1 and just turn off these plugins, and we're gonna add halftime. One thing about halftime is you don't have to use it always just to slow it down. You could also use it to just add some low end to your sound. If you say, for example, I pitch it up, there's no low end really. And then next, we're gonna add some Valhalla reverb. This is the best reverb plugin. I would say spend the $50 to buy it because this thing is amazing. So I just put this mix down, turn the low cut on. And you see how there's a little bit of a click? You could just put this fade knob just a little bit and it'll make it sound cleaner. Now we're gonna add one more, like, I would say patty sound. So let me just look for that really quick. And we're gonna copy the first MIDI into this. So let's put this in and let's just hear it. I'm gonna be looking through presets really quick. I found my next pad, and it's this Lucy in the Sky type pad. We're gonna turn this brightness up a little bit and see how this sounds. And next, we're gonna just put an EQ on it. I wanna remove a little bit of the high end from it. So we're just gonna add a little shelf to this. And we're also gonna have halftime again. Next, we're gonna add the same exact reverb, and we're just gonna mess with the mix a little bit. And then also we're gonna use this one thing called auto chroma. Check it out, it's pretty cool. And let's just hear it. Alright, we found this preset. It's really subtle. I just turned the mix down just a tiny bit to 65%, and this is how it sounds. Alright, next thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna click Alt-R and render it out. Alright, so next thing, I'm gonna turn off all these plugins on Insert 2 and then route this one to Insert 2. And let's hear how this sounds. Let's reset this. And we're gonna reverse it. And let's hear how it sounds with this. Alright, so I'm thinking we just have these two. Then next we're gonna add another reverb and delay to this. So we're gonna put this right here, add a reverb, and then we're gonna add this free delay too. And we're gonna set the time to 4 steps and just turn down this mix. So alright, next we're gonna add probably like a bass or something. So let's just find a little bass one shot. I always use this Perfect Reese bass or this Trauma bass. And then put this envelope on and only put on the hold button, so turn off every other knob so it stops whenever you stop. So alright, you ready? This is gonna be cool. And then we're gonna put this up an octave. Alright, so this is what I just made. So I'm gonna play it really quick and then explain what I did. Alright, so basically what I just did was I just put it on the root note of the key. So we're in D sharp minor. So I put that right there and I put it up an octave and then I just followed the scale. So this is the 3 and this is the 2 of the scale. And then same thing, I just put it up 5. And this would be the 6th and the 5th. But it's pretty simple. You just make your own root notes because there really aren't any. But last thing I think I'm gonna add is I'm just gonna add a little like key or something, and we'll go into Sky Keys or something, which is a very good plugin. But let me just look through some presets real quick and then we'll make something. Alright, so I just found my preset and let me just play something really quick. So this is what I kept from what I just recorded on my MIDI keyboard, so let's hear this. I might just keep that how that is. We'll probably just add some like delay or something to it. So we're gonna grab a fruity delay 2 and set the time to 4 and just turn it down a little bit, and let's hear how this sounds. And then next thing, I haven't used this plugin in a minute, so we're gonna add a portal. Let's add a portal. Actually, we're gonna add it after the delay because I want the delay to affect it. So and next thing, always try this. We're gonna put it up in an octave, just see how it sounds. And make sure to hear it with all the other presets. And we're gonna turn this mix down a little bit on this portal preset because it's kind of sounding like offbeat and throwing it off. So we're gonna put it at like 11%. And we're gonna add one more preset, and we're gonna copy the bass notes from pattern 3. So just copy it, and we're gonna get this brass from expand, and we're gonna just add another layer. Pretty much that's all we're doing. Alright, let's start adding some drums. So the first thing I always do when I add drums is I'll hold control and click over all of them, then click on this, route to this track only, so they're all going through this bus, and I'll make it a melody bus, and we'll just cut out the low end of it so we could do it all really quick. And one other thing we could do is call a sound shifter from Waves. I think it's a very worth it plugin. It's like 30 bucks, and we could just hear different pitches on this. So let's go down 2, so we'll be in C sharp now. Thing I always start off with is the 808, just to like find the root notes and everything. But so let's just grab a we'll grab this blonde 808, and next thing is you just copy your root notes, paste them in, and we're gonna have to put them down to C sharp instead of D sharp because we put that sound shifter on. So this is how that's gonna sound. And we'll add those after we add some more drums. So we're gonna add a little hi-hat. And I'm not gonna make this a generic 2-step beat, so we're gonna add a little bounce to this, make it different. I always love the snare. Alright, next we're gonna just add a little counter snare. Alright, let's hear this. Alright, so next we're gonna start making the 808 pattern since we have a little bounce going. Alright, so this is how the 808 sounds. Alright, and then last, I'm gonna add some open hats, and that's pretty much it. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the drums and everything. I didn't go too crazy on it, just add a little bounce to it. And this is the final product. And for arranging, just make an 8-bar hook, 8 to 12-bar verse, or you could do a 4-bar bridge. Pretty much that, and then an 8-bar hook, just copy it over. But that's pretty much it for this. So let me just show you it. I hope you guys learned a little bit about how I make melodies and the sauce I put on it. I use a lot of different types of plugins, add a little bit of bounce or whatever. But thank you so much for watching. Check me out on Instagram at reifprod, and make sure to like and subscribe. I'm gonna be dropping gems every week. But thank you so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day.